Ship Happens, episode 47, on our way to episode 50. Let's get to talking. We got some new tools to talk about and some tools for the shop. Here we go. I don't think we're going to do any new music today. We're going to jump right into what's been going on. It's literally been a crazy week, so my voice sounds a little bit messed up. It's because I was definitely watching the games. Buffalo Bills. My dad is a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and so we were watching the Bills-Chiefs game, and it was literally insane. So, yeah, my voice sounds a little bit weird. That's why you are going to hear this podcast, if everything goes well. We'll hear this on the 27th, so that's cool news there. Anyways, so I'm trying to jump into my email before I talk about, today I'm going to talk about essential shop tools, but I wanted to bring up two new tools that I think are freaking sweet, that are brand new if you want to go get the latest and newest tools. These are the tools to get. Trying to open up my email because one definitely got sent to me and I was heavily interested in the tools. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Anyways, so first tools I'm going to talk about is a little known company called Recon Tools, or Recon, R-E-E-K-O-N. They are a new kind of up and coming tool maker, but they're making like weird things, like out of the box things. For example, they have their M1 caliper. So it's a ruler that's built into your table saw. It's a little bit of a caliper clamp. It clamps down, there's a wheel, and as you run stock through it, it measures the stock so you're able to make accurate measurements. This could be a game changer. I'm tempted to order one. I actually may just order one. And how much they cost? Let's see. Amazon has them. Okay. So I'm looking up on Amazon. Oh, I want right there. Caliper measuring tool. We're gonna see what we got. It's digital oh man. So it's not like a caliper like you may think, like automotive. It is a clamp that has a ruler built into it. It is $150. Oh, I don't know if I can. Oh man. If you're willing to look it up, it is on anywhere really. They have a fence that adapts to it. Wide variety. Oh wow, look at this fence. Sweet. Yeah, this thing looks cool. I wonder how it works. And I may need to buy it out and check it out and see and report back to you guys. But I am on the list to buy their newest product called the T1 Tomahawk. I'm going to explain that right now. Let's listen to a video about the M1 so I can give you a little bit of a example. I want to see what they say so we can look into it. Okay, here we go.
For more than 50 years, we've been cutting stock goods the same exact way. Isn't it time for an upgrade? Introducing the M1 Caliper. The M1 Caliper is a dynamic, professional-grade augmented tool enabling professionals across all trades to make faster, more consistent, and more accurate cuts than what most tape measures and traditional methods can achieve. Units are easily adjustable to suit whatever your preferences and needs are. The M1 caliper clamps to a wide variety of saws and has a locking arm to stay out of the way when not in use. The arm automatically adjusts, enabling the M1 caliper to measure a wide range of materials, shapes, and thicknesses seamlessly. Getting started is simple. Begin by clamping the M1 to your saw's fence, release the arm by pushing up, and turn on the device. Next, use the unit selection button to toggle until your preferred units are displayed on the screen. Begin your first cut by touching off the material on the left side of the blade and then hitting the 0 button. The M1 will reset the screen and account for the blade thickness. Next, slide the material until the desired position is displayed on the screen. Once the correct position is displayed, secure the material and cut away. To remove the M1, secure the arm, turn off device, unclamp from the fence, and pack away until its next use. Recon Tools. Make forward.
Right, and that's what we have for Recon Tools. That's kind of what they're going. It's very, I don't know, gimmicky. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. I want to buy it and try it out. But their newest one's called the T1 Tomahawk. Let me see if I can find some. I watched their review and I was definitely kind of interested. I saw a little thing from the Recon people. Saw a while ago on their new M1. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's just a clamp and it has a wheel on it, like the video said, and you just push the lumber across across and it measures it. Thought that could be, oh, sorry, I shouldn't. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was a little different, and I was definitely here for it. You know, I thought that it was interesting. Come on, stop sending me. So anyways, let's move on to, you see, on their website, they don't give you any information on T1 at all. And this is kind of the most frustrating part, is you kind of like put your email in and sign up. So it is a tape measure. It's a digital tape measure that has 2 screens on it, and basically measures. It has a laser that comes out. It also measures a bunch of different things. It's a pencil holder, it looks like. Anyways, let me pull up my email. I definitely put my email in for you guys. So let's check it out. All right. So basically it's a little cumbersome. I don't know if I like the design yet, but I'm really curious to see how it works. It is $200, but they're doing a pre-order kind of special. And it starts March 22nd. I think it's supposed to be 30% off, they were saying. So it's a tape measure in essence. It has a handle on it. On the handle, it shows a list of measurements. Now they use the e-ink display, which is really nice. I'm glad they went that route. An e-ink display, in case you guys did not know, is what Amazon makes their Kindles out of. It's a very low power display, so it shouldn't suck battery away. And it's very, very clear to read out. It's like reading paper outside. So it's very good at what it does. It also shows, wow, a lot of measurements. So you can actually add in measurements. If you want to go down to 32nd or whatever, you can add measurements in. That's actually kind of cool. So if you want to like measure up 3 boards and add them all together, you're able to do that with the thing there. Okay, it's inside measurements like every tape measure. It's really big, so it's really long. A lot of tape measures on the body of the tape measure would actually list how long the tape measure casing is. This one looks like it adds in the casing of the tape measure. That's honestly really crazy. Okay, it has an OLED live display. Okay, so it looks like the measurement list on the handle. So I want you to picture a tape measure, but with a handle or a grip on it. On the grip is an e-paper display. On the top is an OLED panel, so it's a black panel, black display that has a number goes through it, and as you rule it out, it goes like that. But that's all they tell you. They don't tell you anything else about it, like the laser, the pencil mark, all that kind of stuff. All of the things, forget free measurements, revolution in jobs. It's cool. I don't know if it's going to be a gimmick. I clicked the video and it's just music, so it's really nothing we can listen to here. I just don't see it. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it, actually. I'm gonna buy it. This is the one I'm for sure gonna buy. I'm gonna try it out and see how you guys like it. See if it's something cool for you guys to use. All right. Let's roll into our next thing. The more, I wouldn't say the more interesting part, but Ryobi came in and released a new tool system, new battery system to use. And I think it's super interesting. So they are releasing a battery system that is USB lithium is what it's called. It's 4-volt max. It looks like basically 2 AAA batteries, 2 AA batteries together in one packaging. It has a USB port on it for charging. So it's compact, portable, rechargeable solutions. It looks freaking sweet. So this is the lineup when they launch these tools. This is the lineup. They're going to have the battery itself, which the 2 amp hour USB battery has a USB-C port on top for charging. Comes with a rotary tool, a power carver, a power cutter, and a cordless screwdriver. So let's take a little bit. So the battery itself, 2 amp hour battery, is $20. Not horrible. The rotary tool, which is almost like I guess it would be like my Dremel. I have a Dremel battery next to me currently right now, and their battery looks like 3 AA batteries, and it's a 12-volt max system. All right, and it is it's amazing. It's a powerful tool. I don't know how the 4-volt is going to work. Maybe for like small little rotary things that would actually probably be okay. But maybe it's quick charge too, so that's nice. So oh wow. Okay, so this is a Dremel type tool. Uses the 4-volt battery, and it's quick change, so it's probably going to use its own accessories, which could be kind of bad. Oh, it looks like it's going to have a chuck on it, so you can use Dremel accessories too, right? So it comes with the 15 accessories with it: storage case, collet wrench, the actual thing, and the battery, which is $60. So it's not horrible. It looks like a hobbyist type tool for sure, not really anything professional. Oh wow, the motor's variable speed, so it goes from anywhere from 5,000 to 25,000 RPM. So that's actually pretty solid. Next tool they have is a power carver. This is crazy. I've never seen a power carver before. It's brand new, so I don't know if there is any. Let me look it up. I have a computer right in front of me. Let's look up power carve. Okay, I guess there's power carving attachments for rotary tools, but I don't really see a power carver. Okay, it's from Woodcraft. They're legit. Okay, here's a handcraft reciprocating power carver. That one from Woodcraft, which is a high-end wood company. Fantastic. They are selling these power carvers, the next power carver, at at $260 on sale right now. That's not bad. Okay, here we go. Some cheaper ones, $240, $100, and these are not battery powered, by the way. These are all plug-in. So this one is $180 power carver. Here's a carver engraver, so it's engraving. That one would be at $90. So maybe they're undercutting. I don't know how good it is. Now this $260 one is definitely going to be the, oh wow, they can carve some cool stuff there. That's pretty incredible. I want to see what the voltage on 40 watt ball bearing motor, 10,000 vibrations per minute for 1 millimeter cutting stroke. Wow. Interesting. I don't know. So I don't know what it's going to, that looks really impressive. So it moves back and forth, reciprocates, gives you more of that power carving. Interesting. Okay, so they have a power carver. This one's going to be $69. It comes with the battery and charging cable. It also comes with a straight chisel V-gouge. So that's cool. And that one's is $69, or not $69.99. It's probably going to be $69.99, but $70. About on par with the other cheaper ones. Okay, next we have a power cutter. This guy looks like it is a, oh wow. So it's a handheld, essentially cutter. It looks almost like a larger can opener. It can cut very thin materials. So like plastic, carpet, rubber, leather. In case you don't want to use big scissors or something, this will cut that material. I think it's going to be really handy for leather goods because leather goods require quite a lot of cutting. It is $60. So it is a little charger. It comes with a battery, a pre-installed cutter blade, and a USB-C cable. Okay, not bad. Next is the lithium cordless screwdriver, USB. Apparently not a whole lot of people know a whole lot about it. I've been looking it up. I've been trying to Google it, and there is nothing that people know about this thing. Looks like the handle can pivot. Yeah, I can definitely see that. It looks like the handle can move to either straight or pistol grip kind of formation. Yeah, this is crazy. Now, Ryobi did have a system before. Yeah, they did have a 4-amp system. Let me look it up. I think it's called the Trek 4-amp system. I do remember that one. Tech 4, which had weird things. Like it had a 10 snips. It had like earmuffs that were adaptive. It had a light that turned into it. So I think this is replacing that Tech 4 system. I don't think they sold a whole lot, to be honest with you. And it probably is coming from Milwaukee's system. Milwaukee and Ryobi are from the same parent company. So Milwaukee had their red lithium USB system. It's a rechargeable kind of system. And apparently it's really popular. You can use red lithium to but you can use the red lithium to make laser levels, all that kind of things. It's not really high quality. It's not really like super high powered tools, but it looks good enough. Like they have a light, they have a screwdriver, another light, more lights. That's pretty insane, actually, the red lithium. But you haven't really seen too much red lithium. The only newest red lithium thing is the laser level I saw, and they also have a heated t-shirt called Work Skin. So that's pretty wild. Anyways, brand new tools. If you're interested in them, it's might be time to upgrade some tools if you want to. Okay, the purpose of today's podcast is to talk about essential tools for wood shops. I was inspired. Someone sent me a link to this Popular Mechanics article just a couple months ago where they released their top essential woodworking tools if you're going to start woodworking. Now, understand this magazine, Popular Mechanics, or website, is geared mainly towards hobbyist woodworking. All right. And so a lot of the stuff on here, you're going to be like, this isn't for construction. This is, when do you need that for construction? This is definitely for more hobbyist stuff. So actually, this is my first time, so you're going to get my raw feeling. I haven't opened it up. I don't even know what's on here. Let's see what we got. Okay. So the first thing they say you need is a screwdriver set. This is a Craftsman one. It comes with a wide variety. It looks like they got a stubby on both sides. They have a long, looks like they have Phillips and standard or flathead sizes. And it looks like there are 4 for each size. Looks like a pretty good deal. It's $30 on Amazon. I can find cheaper ones for that. Next, they say you should have a combination square. I am actually anti-combination square in my shop, but if you are doing hobbyist woodworking, a combination square is the best of everyone's world. I own one at home. It is really good for marking on metal, really good for marking on wood. Ensures you have a straight line that you can cut, or a 90-degree angle. It also measures edges and also measures into 45-degree angles as well. There is a ton. They recommend an Empire level. I agree with that one. I have that one. It's really good. It comes with an awl, which you can use to scratch things if you're working on metal. It comes with a level. It's a really good tool for measuring and making marks, and I would recommend it if you are getting into hobbyist woodworking. If you're getting into construction, I'm a firm believer a speed square is the best tool you can possibly possibly buy. I've used a speed square completely for everything, even using it to cut straight with a circular saw. I absolutely love speed squares, and I think they're fantastic. Moving on, tape measure. Finally, they get to the tape measure. I mean, you have a screwdriver, combination square, now a tape measure. I actually have this Craftsman one. Someone gave it to me as a gift, and it is a 12-foot tape measure. It's $9. You can buy better ones, but it's not really a bad tape measure to go with. Next, there is a block plane. This block plane's a little expensive. It is a Stanley block plane. It's $60. It's used for shaving end face grain or edge grain of wood to do like some tight fits. If you're doing some carving, that sort of thing, this guy is going to be your best bet. A lot of people like the Stanley block planes. They haven't really changed much from their Sweetheart block planes, but a lot of people are big fans of the Stanley block planes. And going hand in hand with that, you have to add these is a wood chisel. The Buck Bros wood chisel set I've used completely from Home Depot. They're affordable. They're awesome. You need to get into and make some different joints for chiseling, for cutting mortises, hinges, that sort of thing. This chisel set is the best. There's 3 chisels going up from 1 inch all the way down to 1/4 inch with a 1/2 inch in the middle, so not bad. Okay. Oh, well, the article's not over. It says 4 essential woodworking machines. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, these machines that's interesting. Okay, so these are the 4 essential machines. I agree with maybe 3 of them. We'll see how it goes. Number 1, they say is essential. The DeWalt miter saw. This is interesting. They did not pick the DeWalt sliding miter saw, which is always on sale at Home Depot for $350. Instead, they picked the compound miter saw that does not slide, that is on Amazon for $360. So you can save $10 to get a way better saw, but whatever. Good saw. I've used DeWalt's saws. They're amazing. They're awesome. I do have one of the Rigid Gen X saws. It's a copycat of Delta's saw, which I believe is owned by Rigid Power Tools. Remember, before I get angry comments like I did last time I said something like this, Rigid Power Tools are owned by a different company than the Red Rigid Plumbing Tools. They're different, all right? I don't know why they did that, but they're different. Okay, so it looks like they did a DeWalt table saw. Fantastic, great job site table saw. It's small, compact, and it also extends out, so it's a fantastic tool. Next, the DeWalt Lunchbox Planer. There's 2 DeWalt planers out right now. There's an automatic one that kind of self-adjusts. Then there's the OG traditional Lunchbox Planer. I currently have the OG traditional planer, and it does everything I can need it to do. It's amazing. It is a good machine. It's a workhorse, and it's an awesome tool. So I love the planer, and I think it's awesome. What do they say? A planer is indispensable. Yeah, it controls the thickness, flattens surfaces on small pieces of wood. It does not remove defects in wood. So if something is bowed or something is a little bit messed up, it does not remove the defects of your lumber. Keep that in mind. All right. Now, going hand in hand, the one where I'm like, maybe not. Going hand in hand is a joiner. This is a bench top joiner they picked. I bought a Delta bench top joiner for half this price, but they're going with a Jet bench top joiner for $1,000. You can buy a Delta one at Home Depot for half the price. Honestly, the one I would probably go with is the Rigid for $600. I just couldn't spend $600. Not that like I didn't want to. That's the one I wanted. I just wasn't able to spend it. There's a limit on what one single item costs. So the Jet table saw is the Jet joiner. I'm sure it's probably the same as the other companies. I'm gonna turn this down just like smells or whatever. The Jet is probably about the same quality as the Delta. I had a little bench top joiner just like this one. It's great for small projects. For larger boards, it's really kind of bad, but for small projects, it's really good at flattening the face. This does remove defects from a board. If there is a bow, a crook, or whatever, the joiner will remove it. That's kind of its purpose, right? Once I get things jointed, then I take them to a planer and plane it down to the thickness I want. I guess, yeah, if we're talking about hobbyists, now remember, this is a hobbyist list. Yeah, a joiner would be great. Are we missing some machines that we can have? I would say a drill press. A drill press, I would safely remove joiner with drill press. There is a way you can fix lumber on a table saw without having to use a joiner. But I would say a drill press is pretty awesome for making straight holes. If you're doing craft quality woodworking, a drill press is pretty indispensable. You need a drill press for that. Also a drill, saws, that sort of thing. You only have one saw in here. If you bought these 4 things, you can get definitely a lot of work done, but you're definitely missing a lot of things you can use for your house. Now, this wouldn't be home renovation tools. Let's see here. I don't think they have any. They kind of explain. Oh, hold on. There's more. Okay. A Ryobi bench grinder. It's interesting. Not suited for heavy grinding. Great for beginners. Okay. Yeah. So this Ryobi is $60. I would agree that is a solid one. It's not very fast, so it doesn't really go very fast, but there is. They say a whetstone or waterstone kit. Interesting. It's for sharpening. Craig pocket hole screw jig. I love the Craig. It's amazing. I think the Craig set of tools are really awesome. Not sponsored by them. They did spend a bunch of stuff to me though, because I couldn't stop saying how much I love them. If you're a cabinet maker, that sort of thing. Oh, okay. A skill router. A lot of machine for the money. That's what they say for the pros. No cons. Interesting. This one has a fixed base and a plunge base. Plunge bases are really nice for cutting deep, like mortises, shovel hens, that sort of things. You can also cut dados with them as well. I like to take mine and mount it onto a table and use a table for my router instead of a hand router, but it really goes any which way you could want it. Oh wow, it has a screen on there. That's actually not a bad. I might need to open that and do another link. Check it out. Looks pretty sweet. Soft start motor, so it doesn't like just jolt you when you start. A router is a spinny tool. Works fantastic. I recommend them for use. Okay, next one I disagree with is a hand sander from Rigid, but it's a sheet sander. I do not like sheet sanders. Don't think they do, or quarter sheet sanders. I don't think they do a great job at all. They just shake back and forth. They do not randomly orbit. They don't do anything like that. You are better off with a random orbit sander, right? This way you can get a lot of stuff done. It is a little bit more expensive. The sandpaper sheets are a little bit more expensive because you're using discs that attach to it, but it's a way better sanding job than one of these quarter sheet sands. Okay, exactly what you need for smoothing out rough old paint or a piece of hardwood for a cabinet. Throw a 400 grit sandpaper on a random orbit, call it good to go. Okay, this is the one I do own. I own a Craftsman hammer drill. This is the Craftsman. I'm not going to give you the number. It is the one not made in America. I have the made in America version. It's a little bit more heavier duty, not because it's made in America, but because they actually use a metal backing on that one. So there it is. It's a hammer drill without any of the bulk is what they say is good. The cons I don't agree with. They say the cons is the battery latch is a bit stiff. Really? You have to just press the button down and pull it off. It's not that difficult. I do wish it was less plastic down below though, in terms of the battery components. It is a fantastic drill. It definitely gets the job done. Hammer drills are a little bit heavy. I agree with that one. But this one, yeah, for sure is definitely not the heaviest hammer drill, which kind of could be a bad thing because you're not going to be able to drill through a whole lot of stuff with that. Let's see here. We got Irwin clamps. Okay, just click clamps so you can get same ones from DeWalt. You don't have to go with Irwin. It's fine. It is kind of cheap. Here we go. A classic OG Wilton vise. Fantastic tools. They last forever. We used to have Wiltons in this shop back in probably the 50s when the shop was put together. They are finally kicking the dust after 70 plus years of them. So finally going through. They last forever. They are fantastic. You can actually get different inserts for them if you're working on different things. I believe they come with maple inserts, but they're fantastic. They have magnetic inserts for them as well. So if you're working on metal, that sort of thing. They are amazing vices, and I recommend them. They are really expensive. I think right now they are pulling it up. It's loading. $220, which is a ton of money, but I would say a fantastic choice. You probably only need one vice, but for us, we have a bunch different. So anyways, yeah, I can't get over that they put this on there. It's awesome. When it comes down to making things, you really need to get the tools that fit for your job. The best advice I was given, hands down, best advice I was given was buy cheap tools and then replace them with more expensive tools. This is where you can build your collection and you'll know what tools are worth spending extra money for, right? If you're going to be building something, if you're going to be making or crafting furniture, why would you spend $5,000 on one tool when that $5,000 you can spend on a bunch of tools and figure out what you really need to use? I'm not knocking Festool or not knocking Mirka or any of those really high quality tools. They're fantastic. But if you are sanding things and you get through 3 years with one sander before it breaks, maybe you should stick with that same sander. But if you're only getting through a couple months of that sander, maybe it's time to upgrade to a higher quality sander. Now, this transitions me into Harbor Freight. Lately, I've been harassed, no, not really, but I've been challenged to shop more at Harbor Freight, and I've really gotten used to buying good tools at like a cheaper price. And I think for Harbor Freight, the most incredible thing I can say is that they are fantastic tools if you need to just try something out. A lot of people use them as disposable tools, and they kind of are, but they do have some good stuff. Like their Icon tools, I love. Didn't think I was going to love them as much as I loved other things, and they're my go-to. Now, to give you what I've been using before, my ratchet system I've been using was an old Craftsman, like Sears classic Craftsman tool, right? I've since went to Icon, and I loved it. They're fantastic tools. They are expensive, but definitely not as expensive as they could be, right? That's, I think, what we forget about is that they could be more expensive. If you need good tools, I probably maybe wouldn't look at Harbor Freight, or maybe give them a look and see, is this a good tool? Is this not a good tool? Should I buy this? Should I not buy this? And kind of go from there, right? And I think you'll be better off going through that than trying to figure out if you need to drop a couple $1,000s on one tool. All right, looking at you, Snap-on. Now, if you're making your career on tools, then yeah, it's probably better off to buy good tools. But if you're a hobbyist, maybe a little side hustle, side gig, maybe don't spend a bunch of money on tools. Again, if you want good deals, I try my best to give them out to you as they come. There's not a ton right now, but if you want good deals, shop during Black Friday. Soon, in a couple months, Home Depot has their spring sale, and that's going to be probably the next biggest sale before Black Friday this year. So keep that in mind. I will make sure to tell you guys when that time comes. Make sure you guys know and are ready for it. All right. Hey, I appreciate every single one of you listening. Listen_Chip Happens. Shout out to Anthony Cruz for giving me a fantastic idea for my 50th episode. And I think I'm going to take him up on that and definitely look it forward, or can't even talk, definitely use that idea. All right. Follow me on Twitter. If you guys need anything, tweet me. I'm going to be sure to help you guys out. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. This has been an episode of the Chip Happens podcast. Thank you all for listening, and I will catch you next week with another exciting episode.